Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Michael's vlog again. I'm gonna apologize in advance. I'm on a slower connection right now in this condominium, so hopefully we can keep a stable connection for now. So let's talk about the true cost of renting a condo in Davao, Philippines. And when I say true price, I mean the non-foreigner price that you should be getting charged. Not the markup that you're being charged because the agent is trying to make a lot of extra money. So let's go over what I talked about in the previous video on my channel where I talked about the pricing on condos for renting them. And I think that was a few videos ago actually. I don't know exactly how many ago, but I was paying around 27,500 for our one bedroom condo here before, not this place that I'm in right now, the one before that. And if you watch some of my previous videos, you'll see that I had a different design in the room than the one behind me right now. But yeah, it was 27,500. That did include the internet and some cable, but still was overpriced. If you take away the cable and the internet and stuff, it was 25,000 pesos. The current place I'm in right now is 20,000 pesos, and then it's 1,300 pesos the uh, for the internet. But I think I should upgrade the internet to something faster because I don't like the connection stability, and it's kind of affecting me a little bit when I'm doing my business. So probably gonna have to make some adjustments to that. But yeah, I told you guys you can get a condo for 20,000 pesos a month, and keep in mind I'm doing month to month. I'm not doing a year contract. If you do a year contract, you probably can negotiate even more. But yeah, for a month to month contract, 20,000 pesos a month for a one bedroom condo. I'm telling you this so that you know from real world experience that everything I'm telling you is accurate and true. Okay? Now, there's other foreigners here in this same condo unit, or condominiums, I should say. They have a place, they paying 23,000. Now that was better than what I was paying. I mean, I was paying 27.5, but if you take away the internet stuff, I was paying like 25,000. But still, they were paying like 23K, and which was a little bit expensive, more than what I think it should be. But I'm getting a place right now for 20K. Now, is it as good as the place I was in before? Not quite. But let me add some things to this. They had an amazing condo unit in another one of the buildings in the same company for the condominiums, One Oasis. Had a beautiful place for the same exact price. Had everything in it. But I didn't go with that particular unit because one of my foreigner friends here was telling me, although that does look amazing, the problem you got is there's like some chickens behind the building because they're like some people own that land there, and the chickens might keep you up throughout the whole night because they're always making a bunch of noise. And I don't want that kind of problem. I'll take a less fancier looking place, if I don't have to deal with that. And then he was telling me also there's a little bit of it's kind of smelly over there because I think their sewage system or whatever you call it is like behind the building too, and it you get kind of that smell kind of comes into the building, and then sometimes people are smoking over there, and I definitely don't want to deal with smoking issues. So that was just like, I'm not gonna even deal with that. I got a kid, and I don't want him breathing in cigarette smoke, and neither do I. I don't want to get secondhand smoke. That's like the worst thing you could do to yourself. But yeah, they had an amazing unit. I mean, it looked just spanking brand new. Everything just best of the best. Washer, had a stove, beautiful cabinetry, nice couch, nice bed, all the work. So you can't get something that looks nice. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I don't want you to think, well, if I get the 20,000 peso place, it's gonna look horrible. That's not the case. Our place doesn't look horrible. It's just average. It's not amazing. But the other place that I saw was amazing. So if you're coming to the Philippines, you kind of have a general idea, at least here, how much you should be paying. If they give you any price other than that, it's because most likely the agent is trying to mark the price up on you and they're trying to make a ton of cash on the side. So kind of think of it like this. Imagine if the agent has, five properties that he's dealing with or she's dealing with at One Oasis, and they're making 5,000 pesos additional on top of what the rent should actually be. So that's 15. I'm sorry, 25,000 pesos per month. for just five, for just five. Now imagine if they have more than that, and they're marking it up so that they can take that extra money. I'm not saying they're taking all of that. Maybe they're splitting it with the owner too. But nonetheless, your biggest issue is going to be dealing with agents who are trying to mark the price up on you. And if at all possible, it's best to try to deal with the owner directly, to avoid that type of issue. But I just want you guys to know this information because I don't want you to get, ripped off and overcharged. And also with the electric bill, like I was telling you before, get a direct copy from the company. Like when I went back with our previous landlord, or agent, I made sure they gave me the actual electric bill. And guess what? The electric bill was a lot cheaper than it was the first month. So we know for a fact that our price was definitely marked way up higher than what it should have been because it was well over 3,000 pesos. And this time it was like 2,700 pesos compared to before. So, you definitely want to ask for that direct electric bill because if you do not ask for that direct electric bill from the electric company, like it needs to be official. Not it shouldn't say 108s. It should be like a proper, like professionally printed out, nice looking piece of paper. You'll know it when you see it, when you see a bill from a company. And so if you get that, you won't get marked up like, I don't know, 600-700 pesos. I don't know how much they marked it up officially, but I know it's way higher than what we would normally use electric. In fact, 2,700 is a bit on the high side as well. And I'm assuming that the electric cost here in the condos is higher than what you pay in a regular house. And maybe you're paying not just for the lights that's inside your place, but I think you're maybe paying a collective for the lights that stay on in the hallway, which that could factor also into a higher electric bill. But there has to be something additional because our electric bill shouldn't increase by, still almost 50%. It's not quite there, but it's close enough for me to just say it because it's only like 300 pesos off from that. But yeah, get the electric bill directly from them so they can't rip you off. Even the water bill, get that directly from them so they don't mark that up on you. And I think you'll be okay. So I hope you guys found this information to be helpful about, me giving you a real example. Like I'm in this unit right now, 20,000 pesos, 1 bedroom, month-to-month contract. And if you do a year, I would negotiate it down even further and tell them, hey, I'm going to do a year contract. I know your month. And matter of fact, this is what I would do if I were you. I would first tell them you want to do month to month and ask for the 20,000 peso price for the 1 bed. And then after that, you can then negotiate the 1 year. Because then you say, well, what if I do a 1 year contract? And you just kind of slowly work your way up to the finish. And say, well, what if I do a year contract? What kind of deal can you give me? Because I want a little bit of better price. And you can kind of negotiate your way through that and get a better price. Now, for the 2 bedrooms, I told you guys that if you're renting a 2 bed, I had rented a 2 bed for like 3 months at one time when I first came here for 25,000 pesos. And I couldn't imagine you spending more than 25,000 pesos, even on a 2 bed. Even though they got it online showing like 30,000, I think in some cases 35,000 is just way too expensive. If you're renting a 2 bed month to month, I wouldn't settle for anything, higher. I wouldn't settle for anything higher than 25,000 pesos. It's just too much. In fact, speaking of 35,000 pesos, there's actually a foreigner, because I have a foreigner friend here who has a foreigner friend. His foreigner friend is paying like 35,000 pesos. Actually for a 1 bedroom. Yes, for a 1 bedroom. He's paying like 35,000 pesos. So you can see how extreme it can get if you don't know someone in the Philippines to educate you, especially as a foreigner, on what not to pay and what to pay. And I think as foreigners, we really have to put, this information out there. And I'm putting this information out there so that, we as a whole become smarter and wiser. And we know, what to look out for. And so we don't fall for little tricks that, are played on us. And I just don't want us being deceived. It comes a point, like I've been dealing with this for 4 to 5 years, where almost every service I purchase or deal with, except for like retail stores where the pricing is already listed, I have to deal with not knowing what the real price is and dealing with, sometimes 100% markup, sometimes 400% markup. So it's just like, it's kind of crazy depending on the service that you're dealing with. So, if you guys have any stories to share with me about your rent, if you're living here already as a foreigner and you're paying way over what you should be paying, let me know in the comment section how much you're paying, where at, because I would love to look up where you're living at to see what it should be, looking at the market, because the thing I look at the places that are in the same area, not just the place that I'm staying at, and I look at what the rent should be, because there's always going to be at least one person who's going to be honest, and put the true price of what something should be rented at. Like the person who rented me this place, they were honest with me. They didn't try to give me a foreigner price. I really respect that lady. She was very kind. And, when you find that one person that lists the real price, then you really know what everything should be at. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because I don't want to make this video too long. And I think I kind of talked about this pretty well in a previous live stream anyway, but I just wanted to let you guys know that, I got this excellent deal. I think it's fair for a month-to-month contract. And actually, one of the things they try to sell you on too, and I'm gonna tell you this in advance because I want to let you know the little sales tricks that they try, but it doesn't really work. One of the things that they try to sell you on and say, well, the reason it's 25,000 pesos or 27,500 pesos because you have the view of the pool. I'm not paying extra money just to look at a pool. If I want to go in the pool, I just go outside and I go in the pool. And guess what? This particular location right here, I have a better view of the pool than what I had at the place that was charging me 27,500. So when they tell you that, oh, it's because of the pool view, you can tell them, well, I'm not that. Just tell them you're not that interested in seeing the pool anyway, and you want a better deal. Because it don't make sense to be paying all the extra money just to look at no pool when you can just go out there and swim in the pool. So yeah, that's it. I will see you guys in another video on Michael's vlog, hopefully soon. And leave thumbs up if you found this video to be helpful. And don't forget to embed, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk with you guys soon. Peace.